A Kapampangan family is never complete without an apo. This shows how precious and dear the elderlies are in their hearts. Apo is the Kapampangan term for grandparents. In some parts of Pampanga, inang and ingkong is used to address their grandparents. They were the ones who nurtured and shared their precious time for the young. That is why they deserve to be cared on their twilight years. But not all elderly are fortunate to have a complete family or someone who would give a necessary unconditional love.
I am Reverend Father Ricarty Macalino, the present Apostolic Director of Bahay Ibig Home for the Aged. This institution started in the year 1988. It started in a small house owned by the Nepomucenos by some at least more than 10 elderly rescued from the streets. And afterwards, because many elderly were being brought to that old house, the Nepomuceno donated this present location to us. So this is inside the Holy Angel Village, Phase 2 and 3 in Barangay Talabastagan, City of San Fernando, Pampanga.
House of Love, that is how Bahay Ibig was born. A community and an apostolate that shares the feeling of being home. A safe haven that serves love to those who loved us first.
Hindi makatantan. I work here at Bahay Ibig as social worker. I've been working in Bahay Ibig for 10 years. We have in all 53 lolos and lolas. The eldest is 92 years old and the youngest is 60. What I consider as an elderly, he or she must be at the age of 60.
Their special needs, Bahay Ibig provides a decent environment and an adequate facilities.
Since then, it developed. The previous directors developed it by building more wards for the Lola, the infirmary, the office building, and also our oratory, the chapel, wherein we celebrate the celebration of the Mass and all the sacraments for the Lolos and Lolas.
Since Bahay Ibig is a home for the abandoned elderly, of course, we have our dormitories and we call it ward. We have this St. Clair ward, we have the St. Therese ward, and we have the St. Francis ward. We also have isolation room wherein we place the lolos or the lolas that sometimes shows or displays behavioral. So we place them then. And of course, we have the admin. We have the conference room, the office of the social worker. And we have, of course, our kitchen. And what is very much important is that we have an infirmary wherein we place a lolo or a lola that encounters ailment.
Bahay Ibig has faced many challenges, but this has not stopped the volunteers and staff to continue their mission in service for the elderly.
Challenges working in Bahay Ibig is when a certain lolo or lola pass away. Because it's so sad on the part of us because we are one big family, and it's so sad to think that a lolo and a lola pass away because he or she is an abandoned and it's so lonely. Why did I choose to work at Bahay Ibig? Because as a social worker, you can work at any institution, but then being a social worker, I want to experience my expertise. So I decided to work in an elderly facility.
In 2018, Bahay Ibig celebrated their 30th anniversary. This is a testament of God's unceasing love and grace.
Basically, we continue to serve the lolos and the lolas through people's donation, either in kind or in cash or in checks. So this is under the diocese, but we were not getting any monetary support from the diocese. So we run from ourselves through people's donations. So that's why I always say to people that Bahay Ibig is a clear manifestations of God's generosity because many people come here to donate and help our elderly in order for us to support them physically, in their medical needs, in their basic home needs, and also psychological and spiritual. To all of our viewers, I am inviting you to visit us here in Bahay Pag-ibig in order to see our institution, especially our mission of helping the lolos and the lolas to give them their basic needs, especially medical, emotional, spiritual, and psychological. And I'm inviting also generous people to help us in continuing this mission.
For inquiries, you can come visit us here at Bahay Pag-ibig, located at Holy Angel Village, Phase 2 and 3, Barangay Talabastagan, City of San Fernando, Pampanga. We are open 8 a.m. until 5 p.m.